Welcome into Locked On Now NHL, everything you need to know from the games around the ice yesterday. I'm your host, Nate Dickinson, filling in for Locked On Now on the holiday weekend. Thanks for tuning in and making the show your first listen of the day every weekday, Monday through Friday. A lot of cancellations across the weekend as COVID-19 continues to work its way through this NHL schedule and plenty of the team's rosters, but we still had action on the ice, and we'll get to all of it here with the help of our Locked On NHL hosts. Let's start our look around the league.
Let's go around the league.
And New York Islanders have just faced a lot of really, really tough losses early on this season. Locked On Islanders is hoping that what doesn't kill them makes them stronger later on. But right now it was this time a shootout loss at home to the Vegas Golden Knights that he has to tell us about here post-game.
Gil Martin of Locked On Islanders here. Islanders fall in a shootout 4-3 to the Vegas Golden Knights. Tough loss. When you're ahead 3-2 in the final minute of the game, you've got to finish. And the Islanders just did not do that. The game goes to a shootout, and they just don't have it as the Islanders can't get a goal. Beauvillier had a beautiful chance in the shootout and hit the post, and after that, it was just all downhill for the Islanders. Still not quite enough firepower for this team, but they had the lead. They fought back. They stayed tough, got a point. The problem is, at this stage, the Islanders need 2 points most games, and this team still doesn't quite have it together enough to put together the winning streak they need to get back into the playoff hunt. For more, listen to the Locked On Islanders podcast with me, Gil Martin, wherever you get podcasts.
Another home loss. The Washington Capitals were knocked off by the LA Kings late. Washington held a lead late in that game too, which means that this one is that much tougher to take for our Locked On Capitals host.
You know, it really stinks when you have a 2-0 lead, right? And it's looking good for you. You seem to have control of the game, and yeah, they're trying to get all up in your business, but you have the team to really pick up the win, and then you give up 3 unanswered goals. Hello, everyone. I'm Tyler Kuehl, the insider of the insiders, and the host of Locked On Capitals. The Caps lose on this Sunday night to the Los Angeles Kings 3-2. Now, the big problem with this one is not the fact that, yes, you give up 3 unanswered goals. That really stinks. But what also really chafes my hide is the fact that this is a power play with weapons. Yes, I know there was no Backstrom due to COVID. Yes, I know there was no Kuznetsov due to COVID. I understand that Oshie was not in the lineup. But here's the problem. There have been guys that have stepped up time and time again that have shown that they can find a way to be productive on the power play. Johnny Carlson, he's out there still. Dmitry Orlov's out there. Heck, Lars Eller, a time or two, can score. Garnet Hathaway was playing the bumper position, but they kept trying to push it and push it and push it to Ovechkin, and it did not work. The stinky part about this loss is the fact that Joel Snively, the guy that lived about, 25 miles away, grew up 25 miles away from Washington, D.C., a little Caps alum, if you will. And guess what? He gets his first point, Connor McMichael with the goal, and it's overlooked by a collapse by the Caps. So now they're 18-6-7. They come back now with a couple of tough and very important games that they need to win to get back on the winning track before Christmas when they take on the Philadelphia Flyers and the New York Islanders on the road, 2 Metropolitan Division teams. They need to win. Let's see if they can get it done before the Christmas break, because we could all use a little holiday cheer, right? Those games are going to happen, correct?
Finally, the Pittsburgh Penguins stayed hot, picked up another win, this time on the road in New Jersey against the Devils. Consistent scoring throughout helped push Boston to victory. Locked On Bruins has the recap post-game as we wrap up a lighter night across the NHL.
Make it 7, why don't we? Hey everyone, I'm Hunter Hodes here with the Locked On Penguins podcast, back with another Locked On Now, as the Pittsburgh Penguins have now won their 7th game in a row. They go to Newark, take down the New Jersey Devils 3-2 on Sunday night. This is the hottest team in hockey right now, and they still don't have Evgeny Malkin, Jake Guentzel, and Brian Rust back from injury yet. The Penguins didn't play their best game tonight. It was probably their worst performance since the game in Calgary about a couple of weeks ago, but you know what? The sign of a good team is still winning even when you don't bring your best effort. Danton Heinen gets his 9th goal tonight. Mike Matheson was able to score, and the Penguins played some really nice lockdown defense in the third period. Even after the New Jersey cut it to 3-2, there just weren't a lot of scoring chances outside of that breakaway chance with just a couple of seconds left. Tristan Jarry was able to slam the door shut there. And they have New Jersey and Philadelphia to go into the Christmas break. The Penguins will try to make it 8 in a row, actually against New Jersey on Tuesday at the back end of this home and home. But overall, big win for Pittsburgh, and they are solidifying themselves as one of the teams to beat in the Eastern Conference. For more on the Pittsburgh Penguins, come check out the Locked On Penguins podcast, wherever you get podcasts, and now on YouTube.
That's all for us here on Locked On Now NHL. Thanks again for making the show your first listen of the week, Monday through Friday. Now that you're done here, be sure to make your second listens Locked On NHL and your team's Locked On podcast. You'll stay up to date on everything that you want to know across hockey. Again, thanks to our Locked On NHL hosts for giving us the recaps on everything that you may have missed across the ice yesterday. Again, anything that you missed tonight, we'll be back here tomorrow on Locked On Now.